Oh, hey guys, today we're going to do some brake pads on a 2000 Ford Mustang. So let's just real quick, let's just take it from the wheel being off here, with the jack. And always make sure you use a jack stand. Okay, so here's what it's going to look like. And we're going to see how fast we can do it. This is Brandon.
Oh, I don't want to be in the video.
You have to be. Go ahead. Do it. First thing you got to do is right here. There's one bolt there and one underneath. And we're going to loosen those. That's going to get this caliper off. Very simple. What size is that, by the way?
12 mil.
It's a 12 millimeter. Okay. One there. One here. Kind of going to do this in real time. Okay, bolts are off. You can see them. Okay, hammer. Now we want to gently knock this caliper off. Kind of pry it a little bit too. And the biggest thing what's important, as Brandon knows here, is you want to hold on to it because the brake line here, you don't want the caliper to fall and rip that brake line off. So now it's off, and we're generally just going to kind of set it up here as our little working spot. Now you can see the Mustang here, the pads just sit in, these are the little anti-rattle clips is what they're called. So you'll see how they just come out. Here's the screwdriver. Basically they just pry out, real simple, you see that? And you can set them down right in front of you the way they came out. See how that is there? And we're getting the back one. Simple. And where are the new pads?
Both these are actually not that bad.
Yep, these aren't too bad. It was the other side that was the worst. We're just putting in some semi-metallic cheap ones. Okay, so you can see here, it just takes a little pressure to pop those into the clips. And then you put it up against the rotor. That just sits there. Same on the back. Those clips are important, just so you know what they are. They're called anti-rattle clips. They keep the pad from moving around and making a bunch of rattle. So we got both those in there, ready to roll. There we go. See them in place. Okay. Now we have to push these plungers in here. And to do that, we're going to need the C-clip. We don't have to grease those yet.
Alright.
We can do that when the calipers... if you want to do it, that's fine. These are the slides. Go ahead, pull that out. That your bolts went in. They just come out. They have a rubber boot on them. You see how they have a rubber boot there? They should have some grease on them. They do make special grease, but we're just going to use some regular grease because they're pretty dry. Okay, lube them up with some grease, and they actually float back and forth in those grooves. Okay, so we lube the slides up, put those back in. Just pop them in. You heard it pop there. It popped over the rubber seal. Okay, they're in?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
Now we're going to take our C-clip. When you do this, you might get some fluid that comes out of your master cylinder. Don't panic. It's because we're squeezing the fluid back in. As your brake pads wear, the fluid goes further and further down in the master cylinder. It's good to have a big C-clip. This was only like 16 bucks at Menards. It's way better than a small one. And see what we're going to do. Don't ever brace it on a line or something. Put it on something solid. Like there's the bolt. And here we go. We're just going to move this in so it's flush. Okay, that's it. All the time keeping this, remember, we don't want to rip that brake line. So always be careful that that doesn't fall. Mustang brakes are pretty easy to do. So we just get that flush. Okay. Good to go. Okay. Now we're just going to put this back over. Make sure you have it twisted the right way on the hose there. That's the right route. Just going to go right back on. These bolts look pretty clean, so we're not going to worry about greasing them. Not rusty or anything. Now when you tighten these two, tighten them tight, just snug them, and then tight. These aren't like where you grab on them like, where you start shaking because you could strip them. These are just going to be a snug them up and then get them tight. There we go. And they're good. Mm-hmm. And that's basically it. Put the wheel back on. Now, one thing to remember, this is important. Because we pressed in the plunger there, when you start your car, push your pedal a few times just to get the plunger out. I've seen that happen a lot, where people put new brakes in, push the plungers in, they put it in reverse and start driving away, and they have no brakes. It's down to the floor. Couple quick pumps to get that out, then go take your test drive. That's very important. Okay, and that's how you do brakes on a 2000 Mustang. Thank you.